Question 16. How did the narrator react to the problems? What does it reveal? Answer. The narrator did not lose his calm and courage in the face of problems. He brought calmly. Then he remembered that they had another electric pump under the chart room floor. He found it in working order. They were not getting any reply to their distress radio signals. He was not surprised, as they were in a remote corner of the world. Question 17. I don't want to worry you when you were trying to save us all, said Shiv. What has happened to her? Its answer. Shiv's head had a bump. It had swollen alarmingly. She had two enormous black eyes. She also had a deep cut on her arm. She did not bother her daddy about her injuries, as he was busy in more important tasks. Question 18. Why do you think the narrator searched for an island so eagerly? Its answer. The wave that hit Wave Walker had caused extensive damage. Nearly all the boat's main frames had been smashed down to the keel. A whole section of the starboard hull was being held up by a few covered partitions. Wave Walker could not hold together long enough for them to reach Australia. So he searched for an island to repair the boat. Now question 19. Why could they not set any sail on the mainmast on January 4? Answer. The hull of the ship had been damaged badly. Pressure on the ropes supporting the masts and sails would simply pull the damaged section of the hull apart. So they hoisted the storm jib and headed towards the island. Question 20. How did little Jonathan react to the desperate situation they found themselves in on January 5? Answer. Jonathan asked his daddy if they were going to die. The narrator tried to assure him that they would overcome the situation. Then the little John declared bravely that he was not afraid of death, provided they could all be together. Question 21. How did the narrator respond to the little John's words? What do his actions reveal about his character? Its answer. He could not find proper words to respond. However, he felt inspired to fight the sea with everything he had. He decided to stop the ship and protect the weakened starboard side. He did so with an improvised anchor of heavy nylon ropes and two 22-liter plastic barrels of paraffin. This shows his resourcefulness and determination. Question 22. When do you think Mary and narrator feel the end was near? Why did they feel so? Answer. On the evening of January 5, 1977, Mary and narrator felt that the end was very near. They sat together holding hands. The movement of the ship brought in more and more water through the broken planks. Question 23. Optimism and the courage help to ride over difficulties. How did the narrator succeed in searching the small island? Its answer. The narrator was searching for a 65-kilometer wide island in an ocean of 150,000 kilometers. He worked optimistically on wind speed, change of course, drift and current. He calculated their position with the help of sextant also. Question 24. How did she try to enliven the gloomy atmosphere? She forgot her swollen head and blackened eyes and prepared a funny card. On the front, it had caricatures of Mary and the narrator. She called them funny people who had made her laugh. There was a message also. It expressed her love, thanks, and good wishes. Question 25. The narrator says, I told him with a conviction I did not feel. What led him to believe so? Answer. The narrator had lost his main compass. He was using a spare compass. It had not been corrected to the magnetic vibration. He had to make allowance for this as well as for the influence of westerly currents. Though he checked and rechecked his calculations, he was not sure. He depended on luck as well. Question 26. What gloomy thoughts occurred to the narrator? What pleasant surprise was in store for him? Its answer. The narrator thought that they might have missed the island. They could not hope to beat back into the westerly winds with the sail they had been left with. When Jonathan called him the best daddy in the world and the best captain and asked for a hug, he refused to do. When she remarked that he had found the island, he felt surprised. Question 27. What did she tell her daddy about the island? What did he notice himself? She told her daddy that the island was as big as a battleship and it was out there in front of them. The narrator gazed at its complete outline. It was a bare piece of volcano rock with little vegetation. Question 28. Why do you think did the narrator called Amsterdam the most beautiful island in the world? Amsterdam was a very small island made of volcanic rock. It had little vegetation and only 28 inhabitants. However, the island provided them safety and the huge waves of the sea as well as opportunity to repair the damaged ship. Question 29. What did the narrator think of while landing at the Amsterdam? Why? Answer. The thought of his companions Larry and Herb had remained cheerful and optimistic under the most serious tension. His wife Mary had stayed at the wheel during the crucial hours. His daughter Susan did not bother him about her head injury. His son Jonathan was not afraid to die. Question 30. How can you say that Susan's injuries were serious? Answer. Susan's head had a bump. It was quite swollen. Her blackened eyes narrowed to slits. Her head injury took 6 minor operations to remove the recurring blood clot between the skin and skull. This shows that her injury was very serious. Dear guys, I hope you must have enjoyed this video. It's all for today. Have a good day. Bye.